What's happening? I ain't do a video in a minute, so I might do 2 parts today. One now and one later on. Thug and Ruffin. But in this video, of course, it'll be ego speaking as conscious. Meaning that what'll come out my mouth is gonna be very hood-like, but get the message consciously. So people want to know how these rappers can get on their music and say how they got all these kind of bodies and don't shit happen to them. A lot of them say they ratting and shit, but that ain't the case. See, I told y'all that this is a spiritual warfare. A lot of these artists have evil entities in them. So, by them influencing the youth to go out here and kill folks, shoot them up and bang bang and shit like that, live the thug life, that counts as bodies to them. You know what I'm saying? It's influencing. If I influence you to go kill this person, I'm guilty just as you are guilty. You know what I'm saying? Guilty by association. So what it is, it still counts as a body. And it's the same thing with these frequencies that's influencing these kids. And a lot of parents out here a lot of these parents don't have control over their kids because they do not believe that music and movies and games influence their young kids' minds that's soaking up things like a sponge. They don't understand that. Everybody is influenced by music. I don't care what you say. Everybody is influenced by music. It goes back generations and generations ago. Where you think you get your fashion from? Where you think you get your lingo from? Where you think you get all this extra shit from? The entertainment. You feel me? Like real talk. When Easy and all them was out, everybody was wearing, jeans that fit and shit. And everybody was talking about how they was dealing drugs and gangster life and all that shit. You feel me? That shit went from Public Enemy, Fight the Power, to gangster music. Just like that. From 80s to 90s. Just like that. Influence. And then from the 90s to the 2000s, we had what? We had 3-6 Mafias, Tear the Club Up. You know what I'm saying? You had your 8-Ball MJG, Smack a hoe, shoot the club up. You know what I'm saying? You had Crime Mob, Nuck if you buck. We had fight music. That's why my generation, the early 90s babies, are the fighters. Because we had all kinds of fight music that influenced us. You went to the club and they played 3-6 Mafia, a fight broke out quick. You feel me? You go to the club and you play Juvenile. Juvenile taking over for the 99 2000. Women start twerking instantly. Frequencies. Your body frequencies. Your body lets off frequencies. You know what I'm saying? So what you receive, you gonna put out. I'm trying to tell y'all, get on this frequency shit. See, they separated science and spirituality to seem like it's different. But science is spirituality and spirituality is science. Spirituality deals with the unseen. You feel me? Science deals with the unseen. Just because you can't see it, that don't mean it's there. It's small. The smallest things, you know what I'm saying? What they say? The big package come in small things or some shit like that. Without a small ass atom, all this shit wouldn't exist. Science is spirituality. Spirituality is science. So you better get on your frequencies because this shit is very real. The CIA done weaponized frequencies because they learned how to do this shit and influence and all this shit. Why you think kids watch cartoons and be influenced by the shit that the cartoon does? When Fortnite came out, all the kids was doing the little dances and shit like that. Influence. For y'all to not believe that your kids are influenced when it's happening right inside your own households prove that adults are so distracted with their lives that they're not even focusing on their kids. That's why TV and games and the streets raise your kids. You out here thinking, oh, my kids won't do that, when they on the corner at 6 in the morning slinging rocks because they're trying to get the bag. Real shit. Parents don't pay attention to their kids. Parents don't even teach their kids. As soon as you wake up, you go to work for 8 hours. Your kid is gone from you for 8 hours in school. Trust me, they're not learning morals and values in school. That whole 8 hours they're gone, they being influenced by their peers. They listening to music that you think that they're not listening to. They cussing. They doing a whole bunch of shit that you think that they not doing. Influence. What you think peer pressure is? Influence. For them 8 hours that your child is not with you, trust me, they doing shit that you think that they not doing. Then when they come home, they switch it on and off. Just like how you can switch your interview voice on from your hood voice. They doing the same thing. Why? Because they watch us switch it up. So they learned how to switch it up. When I'm around my parents, I'm at like this. But when I'm around my homeboys and homegirls, you did? They learned that shit. So, and then when you get off work and they get home from school, you so tired, or you gotta cook, or you're watching reality TV or whatever. Some of y'all don't even help your kids with your homework. Then your kids is in the room and doing whatever, not even doing homework. They probably on their phone, social media, on the game, doing whatever. More influence. Families don't sit down together. They don't eat together no more. They don't talk about morals. They don't talk about code of conduct. They don't talk about virtues. They don't talk about values. They don't talk about nothing no more to these kids. Everything is just always threats and shit too. Sit down if I beat your ass, all that extra shit. But you're not telling them why they're going to get their ass beat. Because you're not listening. You're not lying. You're lying. You're being sneaky. You're doing all this shit. And I'm not raising you to do this. This is how I'm raising you. And you drop the morals and values and you keep beating it in their head. A lot of these kids are astray because the parents are astray. You can tell if the parents is lost because the kids is lost. All these kids out here running around, shoot them up and bang, bang, and killing each other. These are the same kids who parents be on social media talking about, my baby's an angel, my baby ain't doing shit. Your baby out here toting guns and shooting shit up and slinging rocks and shit like that. You need to pay attention to your kids. And then we got so far from it takes a village to raise these kids to the point that you can't even tell a parent what their kid is doing. Even if you seen their kid sell somebody rocks and you go back and tell the parent like, hey man, I just seen your kid out here slinging rocks. Mind your business. You can't tell me about my kid and how I raise my kid and all that other shit. When ain't nobody trying to tell you to raise your kid, I'm telling you to pay attention to your kid because I just seen this little nigga sell some rocks or toting guns or harassing women or talking bad about women. Or I seen your daughter out here shaking ass when she not supposed to be shaking ass or getting in the car with these older men knowing she's not supposed to be doing that. I'm telling you, we gotta get back to how we was. You right, we are not our ancestors because our ancestors did better than us. I hate when people using that shit as a slogan for real. Oh, I'm not my ancestor. We're not our ancestors. You right, because our ancestors had morals. They had values. They literally shed blood behind what they believed in. You right. You right. We not our ancestors. Cause a lot of y'all ain't doing nothing. It's been 1,000 on 1,000 and 1,000 of slave revolts. Ain't not one slave revolt started by niggas marching with signs and shit. Niggas, they doing us wrong. Just do it. You feel me? We gotta get back to the old way. You right. We are not our ancestors. Our ancestors shed blood not only to vote, but they shed blood for you to read the books that they couldn't read. The books that I'm showing you that was published in 1910, they couldn't read that shit or they got killed. You feel me? Our ancestors shed blood for your ass to read. To fucking read, my nigga. The reason why you caught up in this matrix and feeling depressed and all fucked up in energies and frequencies fucked up and shit like that, it's in these books. These folks been studying us for 2,000 years and y'all won't even study them for 30 minutes. How you gonna beat them? This is a spiritual war. And in war, you gotta learn your enemy. You gotta learn your enemy. Y'all hate white people so much that y'all won't even learn about these folks for 30 minutes to learn how they got you in the predicament that you in. Well, that we in, because I'm in this shit with you. Y'all won't even learn that shit because y'all hate them so much. But you gotta be better than them. You gotta research these folks, man. Real talk. You gotta learn who you up against. You gotta learn why the Most High told us we gotta stay separated. You gotta learn this shit. Segregation was not bad. When we were segregated, we had more black millionaires and billionaires and inventors and philosophers and historians than ever. But when we got integrated, all that shit died. Because y'all got lazy. Y'all start depending on the system. Y'all start depending on white folks to save y'all, man. These folks ain't gonna save you. These folks don't even give a fuck about you. We done had how many presidents, and not one of them came up with a bill to fix up the ghettos. Nobody's trying to give you what's that shit called? Reparations and shit. Excuse me, this shit got me hot, man. But reparations, these folks don't care about you, man. And it's sad that our people still trusting a fucking system that don't believe in them. These folks keep calling you inferior, but y'all keep wanting to trust these folks. Y'all give the government more chance than y'all give y'all damn family members. And that's sad. Your family members lie on you one time and you cut them off. The goddamn government will keep lying to your ass and you keep giving them a chance. These folks don't give a fuck about you. And save all that we had a black president shit, because that nigga ain't do shit for you either. Go down his bloodline. Why is this nigga related to the Bush and Cheney and the Queen of fucking England and shit? That's because he got Ashkenazi Jew in his blood. It's a bloodline. Y'all better learn these white folks. Only 15% of these white folks is down with us. They come from us. The other 85%, I'm trying to tell y'all, go read on these folks, man. Y'all hate white folks so much you won't even read on these folks, my nigga. And it's right there in the books. This shit ain't hidden no more. What you think an apocalypse is? Apocalypse just mean that the truth will be revealed. Revelations just mean that the truth will be revealed. That's all that mean. The truth is revealing itself. Y'all not paying attention. The Caucasus Mountains, Caucasia. It separates East Asia from West Europe. It's a whole fucking mountain that goes from the top of Asia to the bottom of fucking Russia. Ashkenazi Jews, they stole the Hebrews and Israelites' identity. The Turks and Arabs, they stole the Moors and Muslims' identity. You feel me? And who else you got? You got the Russians. The Russians is over there praying to a melanated gods and Madonnas and all this stuff. But why? Why? Think about this shit, bro. Think about this shit. Think about this. Why did Hitler put these folks in concentration camps? Why did Hitler say that we are God's jewelry? Why did these folks go over there and kill him after he said this shit? They said he was killed by one of his own soldiers. That means that his people was infiltrated. By who? Because he spoke out when he wasn't supposed to speak. Hitler was born from the Ashkenazi Jews, Russia, Poland. He was born from this family. And when he learned the truth of these folks, he learned the truth of what his family and others been doing, stealing identities and shit like that. He spoke out. That man wasn't no evil ass person that he make y'all seem, that make him seem like. He had real Hebrews in his army. They don't show y'all pictures of that. They tell you that he had black folks in concentration camps, but he had black folks in his armies. Right-hand man was melanated. They don't show you that. They don't tell you that. I can post y'all that. Y'all better wake up. You better wake up. I know I strayed from the frequencies and the music and shit like that, but y'all gotta wake up. Now, back on topic. Parents, the music and the movies is influencing your kids. It don't influence y'all like that, because once you reach a certain age, your mind is already set. Your mind is already brainwashed. You feel me? But the kids is always soaking up shit. They're a sponge. They always soaking up. They always soaking up. They always soaking up. They're being brainwashed. Y'all think y'all kids out here being angels, but y'all kids out here toting guns, smoking weed, cussing, twerking, trapping, doing all this shit. You feel me? And this where the male figure come in handy at, bro. We need the men to rise up and stop being scared too. A mama can only whoop a child's ass for so long until that ass whooping don't hurt no more. But when you get that father to lay that motherfucking hand down, kids need their fathers. Whether his father is in the streets or locked up, he need his fathers. Because even though he in these streets, the streets come with morals. The streets come with values. Don't nothing happen for nothing when you in these streets. I'm telling you that. And anybody who been in the streets can tell you, don't nothing happen for nothing. If you disrespect in the streets, something gonna happen to you. So you gotta respect. That's a moral. You feel me? Don't cross people. Don't snake people. That's a moral. Just because this child father's in the streets, that don't mean he can't teach them morals. Because morals come from it too. It takes a village to raise the kids, and we got to get back on that shit. Everybody talking about unity and shit like that. Well, everybody need to learn how to deal with criticism and stop being mad when somebody trying to tell y'all something. Nobody's trying to tell y'all how to raise y'all kids. We just telling y'all what y'all kids is doing, so you can fix it. Keep them out of jail and shit. Keep them from going to an early grave and shit. Watch what they watch on TV. Watch what they listen to. Watch the games. Because frequencies is real. And shit's very real. Whether you want to believe it or not, your belief don't change facts. Your belief don't change facts. You can tell a kid 1 + 1 is 2, and he can be like, I don't believe it. That don't change the fact that 1 + 1 is 2. Your belief don't mean it's facts, and your belief don't change facts. Just because you don't believe in something, that don't mean it's true. Write down the word believe and look in the middle and say lie. Think about that.